I want to interview you today about values and communication style. I'm going to use this information for a project that I'm doing in my business communication class. In our project, we have to compare the value and communication style of people from another country to Thailand, and then examine how this might cause problems in the context of the tourism industry. The interview will take about 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, let's begin. Can you please briefly introduce yourself and say where you are come from?
Well, my name is Philip Larson, and I'm from Denmark. And I came down to Thailand 2 years ago to start my international business major.
Here's the first question. Do you work more efficiently alone or in group?
Well, now I come from Scandinavia, I would say that I like working alone and not so much in groups. So I think I work more efficiently when I'm not in groups.
So you prefer to work alone?
Yeah. In some cases, yeah. Most.
Move on to the next question. Do you think male or female are treated unequal in Thailand? In your society?
In Thai society?
In your society.
Back home?
Back home.
Well, I would say since the 80s, there's been a big movement that because there was inequality between men and women. But I think it's come to a point where the inequality is not there anymore. I would say it's quite equal as it is now.
Third question, do you prefer to take risk or avoid risk?
I would say there's a balance between both. I would say in some cases I would not risk my whole life in investments and so on, like all my investments. But I would say it's pretty balanced, I would say, overall.
How do you feel when things are unclear? Do you like more clear, or do you like to figure it out by yourself, or how do you feel about it?
If a problem arises?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. I would say I will try to do everything on my own first before I seek help or try to figure some situation out. Absolutely. Yeah.
Do you focus more on the present or the future? Do you have a plan after graduation?
Well, I'm down here in Thailand because I want to expand and work down here. And so that would be optimal after I graduate. Yeah, so basically if I could work down here and back home, that would be optimal, I would say. Yeah.
So what is your plan? Plan after graduation? You plan to work here, what it is, or go back home?
Yeah, exactly. Like, if it was possible, if I could be down here and be back home, so travel in between, maybe an import and export, that would be very good, yeah.
For your future career, would you prefer to engage in family business or other business regarding to your own business?
Well, actually my family doesn't have a business, so it's different from all the people that go to this school. But I have my own business that I started on my own before I came to school. So if I could expand that down here in Thailand, that would be really good. Yeah.
So you prefer to work on your own?
To work on my own, yeah.
Do you think it is okay for students to question their teacher? How often should students speak up in class?
In my opinion, the student should speak up as often as he likes, and he should question the teacher's authority and intelligence and knowledge, right? So if you disagree, I think you should put your hand up. And if you don't understand, I also think you should put your hand up.
Who influenced you the most when it comes to making decisions? Is it yourself, friends, or family?
Definitely family. Like my upbringing, it influences my decision making. Absolutely, my family, but also of course my friends. Like they give advice. So, but most of my decisions are based on how I was brought up. So my family. Definitely.
So your family, including like parents and brothers.
Yeah, basically my parents and my brothers. Yeah.
Do you focus more on satisfying your own needs or helping others around you?
Well, I would say that I focus a lot on my own. However, I give away money, so I try to try to give back to society in that way. Yeah.
But you try to satisfy yourself first.
Yeah.
If you have enough, so you.
Then I give back. I've already started now with putting money aside that I give away in like every 3-month period. So that's how I'm trying to achieve, but then give back.
Do you tend to finish your assignment in advance or right on time?
Right on time, definitely. Sometimes I want to finish it a long time before, and sometimes I do, but most often I finish it right before.
When should people get promotion? Should it based on their performance or seniority?
I think that people that have worked in a company for a long time, if they don't increase their performance, they should still have the same paying jobs. So I think a promotion should be handed to someone that deserves it, basically not for the dedication, but for their performance. Yeah.
Do you tend to take small steps to complete tasks, or do you tend to look at bigger picture first?
Well, yeah. If you look at it in terms of goals and so on, to achieve a goal, I first have to look at the big picture, and then in that way take the small steps to lead to that ultimate big picture, right? So I first look at the big picture, and then I take the small steps. Yeah.
What topic do you usually discuss when you first met someone? Do you think it is appropriate to talk about politics?
When I first meet someone, I would say no. Like I wouldn't be talking to someone about politics, and because I don't want to offend anyone in that way. But if the subject comes up or the topic comes up, and I wouldn't mind it. I like talking about it. So if I see someone has a big interest in it, I will talk to someone about it. I will talk about it. But in most cases, no.
Do you think it is appropriate to disagree with someone you have just met?
Yeah. I would say, sure. Like if they question my intelligence or so on, I wouldn't mind a small debate, even though I've just met them, just to challenge. Or basically just to
Do your own.
Yeah.
If you disagree, just say no.
Yeah.
When is it appropriate to interrupt your conversation partner?
If I'm talking to someone, when I can interrupt, I would say if you allow them to talk, but if you disagree or might have something to add, I think you can talk in, so you guys can expand the topic.
So you mean if you like disagree and you interrupt and talk?
Yes. Let's say it's two people and we're talking about politics, and he says something about Marxism, and I would say I would have something to add. I can add it. I can interrupt and say, but no, this didn't happen, this happened. So I wouldn't, that's okay, I would say.
How would you respond gone to an invitation to a certain party you do not want to attend, would you deny the invitation directly or try to find a food?
Well, I would say it depends. If it's a person that I like but I don't really want to go, I would probably try to find an excuse, saying that I'm busy studying or so on. However, if it's a person that I do not like, or maybe we have some differences, I wouldn't mind just saying no, I don't want to go. If that makes sense, yeah.
To what degree do you think indirectness could lead to misinterpretation? So do you think like when you speak like indirectness can lead to misunderstanding?
I would say yes to the point of I don't know how to elaborate really on that question, but if you
In Thailand, you know, when we always like usually talk in directness if we
Yeah.
want to review someone, and that could lead to like misunderstanding. For example, like would you come to my party, and many Thai people said they would say, I'm not sure. I try to make it, but I have to see doctor. I have to went to my home first, or something like that. We don't usually say exactly no, but in our mind we know that we can make it, but we just prefer to say it in the next. So,
exactly.
yeah, what
Exactly. I would say I see that down here in Thailand. Since I came here 2 years ago, I definitely see that indirectness in trying to be polite to your friends or mutual friends and so on when they try to invite you for something, and the nice gestures they do too. But I would say back home, compared to back home, definitely we are more direct, and I think it can lead to misinterpretations, definitely, like when people are not being direct in the beginning.
So you mostly choose to speak directly.
Yeah, I would say I do, yeah. But it depends on some situations, but mainly, yeah.
So if you happen to visit someone's house and he or she asks whether you would like something to drink, how would you reply?
I would say if I'm at a friend's house, if it's at a friend's place that I know this person very well, I would say, yeah, I wouldn't deny it. I would just ask, what do you have? And then go from there, I think. And then if he offers something and I know the person well, I'll just ask, what do you have? And then...
So in the case if you already know the guy, so you prefer to ask, what do you have? And what about if you don't know who he or she is? So you ask like, what do you have? Or you just like get whatever they have?
I would probably just say water, just trying to be polite. If I don't know the person really well, I would probably just ask for some water. Yeah, if I'm... Yeah.
In your culture, would it be considered impolite if you accept something from other at the first offer?
No, it will not be. I've seen that down here in Thailand. If someone offers you a ride home from school, for example, you'll definitely, down in Thailand, reject the first offer and say, oh, I'm okay, I'm gonna take the van home or a taxi. But if the Thai person is persistent and asks one more time, then it's okay to say yes, right? Back home, we don't need to. Like, if someone asks you, do you need a ride home? We'll say, what direction are you headed? And they'll say, I'm headed this way. Oh, that's the same way. And it's okay if
How do you express your feeling, for example, angry, sarcasm, happy in the conversation? In the past experience, have this expression ever lead to the wrong interpretation?
So when I use, like, what do I use in a conversation? If I use sarcasm or if I express my angerness, like in a conversation here in Thailand, I would say I've had to change my way of talking a little bit. When I've come to Thailand, when I'm talking to Thai people, I can't use sarcasm, for example, and I have to be polite. And what was the last part there? If that ever has led to...
Have this expression ever lead to the wrong interpretation?
Yeah, definitely. Like when I first came down, I didn't know, for example, that Thai people don't understand sarcasm and irony as much as we use it back home. So, yeah, definitely. So that's how I changed a little bit in that way.
So you mean in Thailand you're not supposed to express your emotion and expression that much compared to like at home?
I would say you express them in a different way down here. At home you would be sarcastic and ironic when you talk to express different situations. While down here you might talk to someone else instead of directly to the person about the situation. You might make fun out of it and use sarcasm back home. Definitely.
So do you prefer to hang out with Thais or the foreigners?
Yeah, since I came down here, definitely I've been talking and making more friends that are Thai people. Foreigners. Because I don't know why. It just seems easier in that way. But I still try to engage in trying to have Thai friends to expand my network here in Thailand. But still now, even though I focus on having Thai friends, I still have more foreign friends, definitely.
So like what factor like influence you to, like what reason for like you feel that hang out with Thai is more difficulty and you prefer to hang out with foreigners, and I want to know the reason why.
Well, foreigners would understand my way of talking and using sarcasm in a conversation, and it wouldn't seem impolite for us to talk as we talked about before. Like we can be direct, right? We don't have to think about being really polite all the time. So in that way, it's easier in that form. Yeah, so the culture is the same, the background is the same. That's why it becomes a little bit easier.